What would you do if you used to play with this one friend all the time, just for them to disappear with no answer or telling you why? Well, that's what appears to happen in the ARG series I'm talking about and going over today. Devi does tutorials on the first video. 1. Always send the best income and way to win is from sending. 2. Always bring Mira to your loadout. It is essential for dealing with enemy accessory users such as Heavenly. From what it looks like, Devi won't be doing the ARG alone. As you can see, Geo, the other person joining him. Well, you can't really see him, but I'm not fucking retaking the picture, so that's all you get. Sorry for this being so shitty, bro. But anyway, you can see geometry more clear now, and Devi's asking him, can he help him record the video? And then he's saying no, he already said he wasn't going to do it. And then Devi, for some reason, just tells him to get in, glides towards him. And something I missed when going over it, Geo's, sad the whole recording. Okay, anyway, what did we get from this? That, Geo's, not Geo. Fuck. Geometry, God damn. Fucking stupid. Devi's kind of an asshole to Geo. On to the second video of Devi does tutorials. Nothing really interesting happened in the second video, just Devi still forcing Geo to be part of his shitty videos, and this video is him showing how to beat Birdham some, which is outdated now. In the third video, Geo's gone. Devi's doing the channel with someone else by the name of 7_ZK. And, where did Geo go, you might ask? Fuck if I know. He's fucking somewhere. Now on to actually going over the video. And, side note, I actually got his or her name wrong. It's Z7K. Okay, so the first thing the video says is always stealing eco with moving units when the other player is using stationary. After they join the game, for some reason it switches to someone else's POV in their game, and something or someone, but I think it might be Geometry's POV, and he was just standing there kind of watching them, I guess, and then he just stays there. After that weird POV that shows up, Devi then puts up the second mistake, placing your units too far away from other units. After Devi just said not to do this, Z7K does it, and Devi gets mad at him. Devi then proceeds to get mad at Z7K for placing their units too far away from his, and it seems like he's actually kinda angry at them, and he saying, why are you placing your unit so far away from my blockbusters because they can't reach each? And then I also thought it'd be good to mention during the fourth transition, you can see the chat they were having before, and it's that Z7K is asking what happened to Geo, because they had saw that he used to do the channel with someone before, and then Devi's confused by who they're asking by. It's like they forgot or something. And then Devi just started being a fuckhead and saying they were crazy after that. On to video 4. The fourth video starts off with Z7K and Devi does tutorials talking, and they're talking about strategies for world tower defense, and after a while, Z7K mentions there's just someone standing and watching them from behind them, and it's when Devi turns around, it's Geo. So, Devi kind of just fucking turns his walk speed up and chases after Geo without asking anything, and he joins in a game queue with him, but when he joins it, he ends up in a waiting thing without Geo for some reason. And when he starts exploring around, it's really creepy and gray, and after he keeps walking after a while, there's starts to be statues of players or something, I would guess, that have visited before. And then after a while, when he gets to a little bridge, it says in the chat that another Devi joined. And then after Devi tries to type something, but he kind of just gets attacked, and I'm pretty sure that's where it ends, I think. And now that you watched the whole explanation, you can skip this if you want, because I don't think anybody wants to watch me play the whole thing, so yeah. On to the first video of Devi actually exploring the remains. The video starts with Devi talking about how he's been gone for the past month, and how for that past month he's had the rejoin past server button. And after that, he starts talking about how every time he clicks the rejoin past server button, it doesn't lead him to a regular game, it leads him back to the remains. And after a while of him talking about that, in the chat it says Z7K joins the game. And then he starts having like a chat with Z7K, and after a minute of them talking, in the middle of their chat, Devi just clicks the rejoin past server button, and that's it for Anyway, this part's just Devi walking around, exploring the remains until he finds this church and starts looking at the statues and asking, what are they doing here? And after in the chat says that Devi doppelganger has joined again. And after that, he starts looking behind him to see if it's behind him. After that, Devi places down one of the light things and tries to upgrade it, but it doesn't let him. And then the doppelganger tries to attack him, but it didn't expect him to be ready this time, and it just tries to get closer to Devi, but keeps walking into the thing and getting attacked like a dumbass. I also wanted to mention something. When Devi had got attacked by the doppelganger, there's now a statue in his place when he's walking down this path. And also, the upgrade menu is missing letters for some reason, but it says concentrated energy and knockback energy stronger. This one says stun duration increased and electricity chaining. After a while of Devi exploring around, he gets this path that kind of looks like regular tower defense game path, but after he explores, he just hears this weird noise and leaves. The second video of the exploration of the remains. The video starts off with Devi sitting in the lobby of World Tower Defense, and he's explaining why he's been gone for so long because some stuff came up, and he said he also is going to be using the driller drone trinket because it was commented by a viewer and it intrigued him. After a while of exploring, he tries to pull up the leaderboard, but for some reason it says his connection's kind of bad, but his internet's okay. After that happens, the enemy counter goes up, so he just stalls for money. After a while, he goes back to the path that he left in the last video, and the doppelganger attacks him at first, but he upgrades his thing in a panic, and the doppelganger runs off after that. And then he comes back a second time, but it gets hit again, and it seems like it's trying to catch him off guard, but it's not working. After that, the doppelganger tries to attack Devi one last time, but he kills it somehow, and when he approaches it, the enemy counter didn't go down, so whatever he killed wasn't it. Devi then gets out of wherever he was, and the door closes shut behind him, but it seems he found some sort of second checkpoint, and it just leads him back to the first when he goes through the door. After that, it just seems like he's exploring the second checkpoint. Devi then leaves the second spawn point and goes to explore everywhere else, and he goes to this dark area, and when he exits, he finds what seems to be like a bigger tree, like the one that was found in the church. And he just stares at it for a couple seconds, and then he goes on to go see what else is there. But when you zoom in on it, it has a blue shirt and doesn't look anything like Devi's doppelganger. After that, Devi goes to see if the guy was still there, but there's only a statue in his place now. After that, Devi finds himself in a maze, and he finds some sort of jailed in kind of office area, and then Geo joins him somehow, and after Devi describes where he is, Geo gives him perfect directions to find him, and after that, Devi is in some sort of safe zone with Geo, and after that, they're talking. When Devi eventually finds geometry, he asks where has he been, and Geo's answer is that he's always been there. And my thing is that I think that Geo's referring that he's always been part of the remains, or I don't know, but that's what I think he means. It's just a shot. Geo then tells Devi to follow him because he has something to show Devi, and after Devi's following him for a while, he leads him to some sort of room, and for some reason, geometry's just dodging all of Devi's questions. And when Devi gets in the room, some amalgamation-ass fucking creature just appears, and the enemy counter goes to 2, and when he turns around, Geo's just a statue. Also, when Geo gets turned into a statue, his name doesn't disappear off the leaderboard. Devi then sees the blue guy and starts following him, and after he follows him for a bit, he sees him open a door, and then the video ends abruptly for some reason. After that video, I'm left with more questions than answers, and my first question is, why did Geometry answer with, "I've always been here"? It's like he's always been part of the remains and, like, never a real person of some sort. And second, why is this blue guy stalking Debbie for some reason? And why does he just stay hidden instead of talking to him? And after he opens the door, why does the video just end for no reason without warning after that? It's really confusing, and I just don't know. But on to the next video. Also, if someone just wants to watch this whole thing, then I'm just gonna leave it in here. But yeah, you can skip it if you want. In this video, Debbie had asked Z7K to go over the illuminator, which, no surprise, he's fucking using it in the remains, and what do you know, the thing looks just like the trees that are growing in the remains. So her going over it was probably just... Actually, no, it was probably just some actual tutorial, but yeah, he asked her to go over it. After Z7K video, did a overview over the, whatever the fuck it was, Debbie finds himself deeper into the remains, and he finds this hole, and he thinks it's a death trap, but when he jumps down, it takes him like a fucking minute just to get down it, and yeah. When he finally reaches the end of the hole, it kind of looks like he's in some sort of city or some shit. And then this dog-looking ass creature just comes out of fucking nowhere and scares Debbie half to death. And then it just wanders off somewhere. And then Debbie just keeps finding these pictures and stuff, and he's still looking for Z7. He's still looking for the blue guy. This is what I was talking about mostly. The picture basically explains how it kind of is a tree, the thing that Debbie's using. And then Debbie finds this picture of him walking away from someone. And after that, he just keeps finding more pictures, and it looks like this one's just him standing there, I think. And then after that, he just finally finds the guy and just follows him for like a minute until he calls him out. What I'm most surprised about is that how he actually seems hurt from it. But mostly he's just being rude as fuck to Devi, and he's saying sorry to him. I mean, Devi's saying sorry to him because he hit him, and now they're just talking about something. I forgot what, but, yeah. Anyway, and then he asks Devi why is he following him, and then Devi asks why was he following him, and Devi gives him the explanation because he's clearly not a doppelganger since he has the lanterns, and then the guy, James Warrior, finally answers his question, which is just him saying he thought he was a doppelganger too, so he followed him. After James gets finished talking to Devi, he spawns in this Scott Cawthon looking ass fucking final boss, and then he starts telling his backstory, which is basically him and his friend were in the middle of a game, and his friend didn't fucking spawn in. Let's do this in Plants vs. Zombie terms. His friend didn't fucking spawn the Gloom Shroom, so they lost the whole game, and now he thinks that friends are fucking useless because his friend lost the whole fucking game for him. After a while of Devi fighting this ginormous ass fucking boss, well, no, this isn't a good spot to put it, but Devi gets some really close calls with almost fucking dying to this thing, but Devi manages to get its health down pretty good, which is good for him, and Devi just tries to rush towards it because he thinks he can kill it now, which doesn't really end that good. He almost dies. But, yeah, he kills it right here, and he just does a couple more shots just to make sure it's dead, you know? After that, Devi thinks he kills it, but it gets back up once again, and this time he doesn't have enough money to kill it again, so he has to fucking run, but it looks kinda weak now. Devi then tries to hide and ambush him, but his fucking one puny-ass lantern doesn't work, and he almost gets fucking killed. So he has to keep running. I didn't record it, but Devi then destroys the bridge and finally kills it, but then it comes back up once again, but Devi's puny-ass lantern finally kills it. After that, Devi and, James and Devi come to a truce, and then Devi asks, how did James even get here? And James explains that after the tournament, he clicked the go to lobby, and then he just got teleported to the remains, and he just explored it after that, and yeah. Then what I've seen so far with James after this, he just really kind of avoids Devi's questions. And also, James brings up that he has a channel on YouTube, and then when Devi goes to look it up, nothing pops up, but then James keeps insisting that he has a channel, but nothing pops up, and then when Devi asks if he can look him up, he just says, I can't, and then he says, aren't you in the same boat as me? And then Devi just is confused and asking, what the fuck do you mean by that? After that, Devi also asks, what are with the rocks forming on his limbs? And then James just says, I don't know. And then he just says, just don't pay attention to it, basically. After that, the rocks become more noticeable on James, and Devi starts to become scared, and he's getting freaked out by what is happening to James. And then after that, James just transforms more and more, and he makes like this weird noise during it. He like fucking roars, like basically what the dog does when he's passing by it in the second expedition. No, it's this one. In this video, after he gets to a certain part, the dog just starts growling. That's the same noise James makes. Then James just starts chasing after Devi, asking if he's real, and Devi's just getting freaked out by him, and then his body looks all fucking weird. Like the rocks made his limbs elongated, his legs look weird, his arm like fucking a spike, basically. And the only thing he's asking is if Devi can answer his question, if he's even real. After that, Devi just gets to a field of flowers, and that's where it ends. And this is just gonna be the outro because I'm a lazy ass fucking bum and I don't feel like doing shit.